Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to our science class. Today we are going to discuss about the topic that is fiber to fabric, which is most familiar lesson for us. In previous class, in 6th standard, we have discussed about cotton and jute fiber, which are plant oriented fiber and natural fiber. Today in 7th standard, we are going to discuss about fiber to fabric topic, that is animal fiber. Part 1 is about animal fiber by your science teacher, that is me, Shweta Margon. Welcome to our class. Part 1, that is processing of wool. Objectives of the class are meaning of fiber, types of fibers with examples like natural fiber and synthetic fiber. Again, natural fibers are grouped into two types, plant oriented fiber and animal oriented fiber. With examples we are going to discuss just for recalling the previous knowledge. Then some images of wool bearing animals are also shown to know about their quality of wool and where they are reared and what are the different kinds of animals which gives wool for us. Then we will discuss about processing of fiber into wool. What are the stages involved in processing of fiber into wool? About that in detail we are going to discuss in the today's class. Finally, we are going to discuss about the occupational hazards of the people, those who are working in wool industries. These all are the objectives of the class. Hope you all are ready to discuss about these points. Let us start learning and understanding of the above objectives. A material which is available in the form of thin and continuous strand is called fiber. It is the thin and continuous strand. Looks like hair, right? This is the fiber. Already we know that fiber is classified into two groups, right? There are two types of fibers. One is natural fiber and another one is man-made or synthetic, or it is also called as artificial fiber. Natural and synthetic fiber. Again, natural fiber is classified into two types based on the origin. The fiber which obtained from the plant are called as plant fibers, and the fiber which we get from the fleece of animals or by animals are called as animal fiber. Example for plant fibers are cotton and jute, whereas wool and silk are the examples of animal fibers. Synthetic fiber is the second type of fiber which is made by man, or artificial fiber. The example for synthetic fibers are nylon, rayon, polyester, etc. Types of fiber. The first one is natural fiber. Fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called as natural fibers. They are called as natural fibers because we get these fibers from plants and animals. Examples for natural fiber are cotton, jute, silk, wool, hemp, flax, coconut. All these are the examples of natural fibers. The second type of fiber is man-made fibers. The fibers that are synthesized in laboratories are called man-made fiber. Examples are nylon, acrylic, terylene, terrycotton, polyester, etc. are the examples of man-made fiber. These fibers are synthesized in laboratories. These are the samples of different types of man-made fiber. Rayon, it is also called as artificial silk. Polyester, nylon, acrylic, all these are the synthetic fibers. The fibers which are obtained from plants are called as plant fibers. Examples are cotton, jute, flax, coir, hemp. All these are the fibers which we get from different parts of the plant. These all are obtained from the plant. So these are called as plant fibers. The second type of fiber is animal fiber. The fibers which are obtained from animals are called as animal fiber. Examples are silk and wool. We get wool from different types of wool-bearing animals. About that in detail we are going to discuss in the today's class. Okay, processing of fleece into wool is the today's topic. Okay, then silk is also an animal fiber which are made by silk moths. So examples of animal fibers are silk and wool. The animal fibers are wool and silk. Wool is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama, alpaca, etc. Silk is obtained from a silkworm. Animal fiber, wool and silk. 3.1 Wool. About wool we are going to discuss in detail. Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak and some other animals. These wool yielding animals bear hair on their body. Do you know why these animals have thick coat of hair? Because hair trap a lot of air. Air is a poor conductor of heat. So, hair keeps these animals warm. Wool is derived from these hairy fibers. They are naturally protected themselves by this thick coat of hair during harsh winter. That is why these animals which live in cold climatic conditions, they have a thick coat of hair. Fiber, that is wool and silk. 3.1 Wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep, goat, camel, yak, rabbit, llama, alpaca and other animals. These animals have a thick coat of hair on their bodies because the hair traps air. Air is a poor conductor of heat. So, thick layer of hair keeps their body warm and protects them from a harsh cold. For obtaining wool, animals are reared and then their hair is cut and processed into wool. Fleece and wool bearing animals. Fleece and wool bearing animals like sheep, camel, yak, etc. bear two types of hair: coarse hair and fine soft underhair. Fine soft hair is found close to the skin in such animals. The fine soft underhair of animals like sheep, goat, etc. is called as fleece. Animals having fine soft hair, that is fleece, on their body are called as wool bearing animals. Pictures of wool bearing animals. Now let us see different types of wool bearing animals. See, these are the sheep which have very thick coat of hair on their bodies. Can you see? These are sheep. Then goat. Kashmiri goat, which have very thick and shiny fiber on their body. Yak. which lives in very cold region. Yak have very long fleece on body, and camels also bear fibers for us. These are the alpaca, which looks very cute. You can see it has a very thick hair on their body because they live in very cold region whereas the sheep have very thick fur. There are some special breeds of sheep which are reared only because of their fleece. We get is a sheep wool. Yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. In Ladakh and Tibet, we used to get a wool from yaks. Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. Let us Yak is a common wool bearing animal which is found in Tibet and Ladakh. You can see here the yak is completely covered with a very long fleece on their body, and you know that Tibet and Ladakh are the snowfall areas, so they need to protect themselves by the harsh winter, so they have a very thick and long fur on their body. We are using the fleece of these yak also to make a wool. Then Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats. These are the Angora goats found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. Already you are familiar with the climatic conditions of Jammu and Kashmir. There it is very cold during summer also. So they have it looks like a doll, right? Which is made up of woolen. Yes. These cute animals bear a very shiny and a thick layer of hair is appear on their body. This is very costliest form of fiber. Angora rabbits are such a cute animal. You can see only its mouth and eyes, isn't it? So it looks like a made up of snow, right? Such a clean and white fleece are grown on their body, and these fibers are also used to make a shawl, which are very rare and costly. You can see very silky and very shiny fibers they have. Wool is also obtained from goat hair. Under fur of Kashmiri goat is soft. You can see by seeing only you can feel that it is very soft, right? It is woven into fine shawls called as pashmina shawls. These shawls are made by the underfur of this Kashmiri goat. These are some samples of pashmina shawls. Can you see the designs on them, and which looks very shiny in appearance, and it is very soft, lightweight, but it gives very warmth to the body. The fur on the body of camel is also used as wool. Llama and alpaca found in South America also yield wool. You can see these are the llamas and these are alpacas, which similar, but they are found but they bear different types of wools which are used to make a woolen. They are found in South America. Okay, these are some other different breeds of alpaca. Can you see the fur on their body, which are found in South America? These animals are rare just because of the fleece. They take care as if they are their own children because they bear very fine and very shiny. Processing of wool. The processing of wool, changing of fleece into wool, involves the following 6 steps. Let us see which are the 6 steps. First one is shearing. Second step includes scoring. Third one is sorting. Fourth one is separation of burrs, removing burrs from the fleece. Next is dyeing. Dyeing means adding color to the fiber. The last one is spinning into yarns. These are the 6 steps which involves in the processing of wool. Let us discuss about each step one by one in detail. From fibers to wool. For obtaining wool, sheep are reared. Their hair is cut and processed into wool. Let us learn about this process, rearing and breeding of sheep. If you travel to hills in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, or the plains of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat, you can see shepherds taking their herd of sheep for grazing. Sheep are herbivores and prefer grass and leaves. Herbivores eat only grass and leaves. Apart from grazing sheep, rearers also feed them on mixture of pulses, corn, java, oil cakes. Oil cakes means the material left after taking out oil from seeds, and minerals. In winter, sheep are kept indoors and fed on leaves, grain and dry fodders. See here, their main occupation is to rear the sheep. They take care of the sheep as if they own children, so they make separate arrangement for these sheep to stay and for feeding them with different types of pulses, corns, jowers, oil cakes, and some minerals are also given to them so that they can grow healthy and bear more fleece. Okay, this is the duty of the shepherd. Sheep are reared in many parts of our country for wool. Certain breeds of sheep are thick coat of hair on their body which yields good quality wool in large quantities. Their quality is also very good and they bear in a more quantity. Amount is also more. So that is the main occupation in most part of our country. You can see here the arrangement is like this so that they can get all the food grains. Fodder is given, some extra minerals are given to these animals. As mentioned earlier, some sheep are very special. They rear a good quality of wool along with a large quantity. So, such sheep are selectively bred, with one parent being a sheep of good breed. Once the reared sheep have developed a thick growth of hair, the hair is shaved off for getting wool. They allow all the types of nutritious food for the sheep, and they are protected in a very good climatic condition. Once the thick hair grows on their body, it is shaved off, but not during winter. Okay, in winter they need to protect their body. So during summer, let us see some Indian breeds of sheep. These are found in India and they have some quality of wool and where they found, in which state they are reared. About this, there are 6 major types of breeds, about that we are discussing now. First one is lohi. You can see here, this is the lohi kind of sheep which gives very good quality wool. It is found in Rajasthan and Punjab. Lohi is found in Rajasthan and Punjab. The second one is Rampur Bushehr. Brown fleece. You can see it gives brown fleece which is of very good quality. It is reared in Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh. These are the types of breed. This is the Lohi and this is Rampur Bushehr. Then coming to the third one. The third one is Nali, which wears a carpet wool. It is used to make a carpet and it is found in Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab. Can you see here, children? It wears a very rough wool and it is used to make a carpet. This wool is called as carpet wool. Then fourth one is Bakarwal for woolen and shawl. These fleece are used of this animal. Each breed are completely different. They have their own special qualities, right? The fleece is also different and they appear in different, and their quality of yielding the wool is also different. This is found in Jammu and Kashmir. You can see it is bit shiny compared to this fleece, right? So these are the next breed of sheep are Marwari. You can see here it bears coarse wool. It is found in Gujarat. Then Patanwadi, which is for Hoysri, which is found in Gujarat. These are the different Lohi, Rampur, Nali, Bakarwal, Marwari and Patanwadi are the different types of sheep breeds which are specially reared only because of their wools in different parts of our country, like Rajasthan, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jammu Kashmir, Gujarat. Everywhere the main occupation is to rear the sheep for their fleece. The fleece are removed. Processing of fibers into wool. The wool which is used for knitting sweaters or for weaving shawl is the finished product of a long process which involves the following steps. The first step is the fleece of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin is removed from its body. This process is called as shearing. This process is known as shearing. Shearing means the fleece, the hair of the animal along with a layer of skin is removed from its body. This method is called as shearing. Machines similar to those used by barbers are used to shave off hair. You can see the electrical machine here which this person is using to remove the fleece of the sheep. Usually hair are removed during the hot weather. This enables sheep to survive without their protective coat of hair. This is done during hot weather. The hair provide woolen fibers. Woolen fibers are then processed to obtain woolen yarn. Shearing does not hurt the sheep just as it does not hurt when you get a haircut or your father shaves his beard. Do we get any injury during haircut? No. So in the same way, it doesn't affect on their life. Do you know why? The uppermost layer of the skin is dead. Also, the hair of the sheep grows again just as our hair grows. So, it doesn't affect on the animal. This method is called as shearing. This is the first step which involves in the processing of wool. Just removing the fleece from the animal's body along with a thin layer of skin. In this way, the fleece of the animal is removed by a machine. Okay, this is the first step. The sheared skin with the hair is roughly washed in tanks to remove the grease, dust and dirt. This is the second step. This is called as scouring. Nowadays, scouring is done by machines. Earlier, it is done by human beings through scouring tanks. By hand it is done, but we need a large quantity, so it is done by machines. The second step includes the washing of hair roughly, because to remove the grease, dust and dirt, and this process is called as scouring. You can see here the hot water, along with that some detergent or something may be added. Which helps to remove the dirt from the fleece. It is in details here, which helps to remove the dirt and makes the fiber very tight also, and removes the smell of the fleece. Coming to the third step, after scouring, sorting is done. As we know that sorting means classifying, separating. The hairy skin is sent to a factory where hair of different textures are separated or sorted. Can you see here? Sorting means separating the hair based on their texture. Okay, this is called as sorting. Here this lady is separating the fleece based on their texture, based on the texture along with the color also. Fourth step involves the removal of burrs. The small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked out from the hair. These are the same burrs which sometimes appears on your sweaters. The fibers are scoured again and dried. This is the wool ready to be drawn into fibers. The fluffy fibers or burrs are separated from the fibers because it is no longer in use and it doesn't make a single thread of fiber, so it is removed in the fourth step. Can you see a burr on your sweaters? Yes, these are removed from the fibers in the fourth step. Let us see what happens in fifth step. The fibers can be dyed into various colors as the natural fleece of sheep appears only in black, white or brown in color. If it is in a large quantity, it is done by the machine. You can see the white fiber is changed into an orange one, or if it is in a small quantity, then you can see the lady is adding color to the fiber. This is in the fifth step, adding color to the fibers. Sixth step says that the fiber are straightened, combed and rolled into yarns. The longer fibers are made into wool for sweaters. If it is too long, then it is made into wool. Wool means woolen, which is helpful to knit the sweaters, and the shorter one are spun and woven into woolen cloths. As we know that natural fibers are only in white, brown and black in color. So, it is dyed with the other colors. First it is straightened, then combed to remove the small burrs. Later it is rolled. Then the yarn is obtained at the end of the sixth step. See here, the yarn is combed and it is rolled. So students, these are the different steps which involves in the processing of wool. The first step is the sheep are shed to remove the fleece. Then fleece is washed to remove the dirt. The fleece is bled for transport to the mill. After that it is washed. Then cording machine combs loosens the wool fiber into a sheet. Then the silver is stretched and twisted into a thin yarn. You can see here. The yarn is wound to form a balls of woolen. These are the different steps which involves in the processing of wool. Now the wool and yarn looks like this. This is the woolen, these are the yarns of the wool. Can you see the different colorful woolens? Yes. Uses of wool. All of us have used a variety of woolen cloths, right? Wool is used for making warm clothes such as sweater, cap, shawl, gloves and blankets, etc. Wool is also used in making carpets and upholstery. You can see these all are the products which are made up of woolen, like caps, gloves, scarf, shawls, sweaters. Already we have used and we use during winter because it helps to protect our body, right? Socks, gloves. You can see many members working in the wool industries, right? So many members are there. They just, it is a sample of people those who are working in wool industry. Some are removing the fleece at the back side, right? Okay, these peoples are completely depend on these industries for their livelihood, means for their salary, for this is their occupation. So people working here have some health problems. Let us see about this. As we discussed about the different stages of processing of wool, people those who are working in wool industries have some health issues. Let us discuss about that. Occupational hazard. Wool industry is an important means of livelihood for many people in our country. But shortest job means the people those who are in the fourth category, means in fourth group we used to separate the fibers based on their texture and color, right? Sorting the fibers, they are called as sorters. The job is risky as sometimes they get infected by a bacterium anthrax which causes fatal blood disease called sorters disease. Such risk faced by the workers in any industries are called as occupational hazards. Occupational hazards means they get some diseases only in their working place, like industries or factories. So they are called as occupational hazards. These are the symptoms of sorters disease. We can see the red color rashes on the skin. Some major precautions can be taken so to come out of this problem, like wearing gloves or applying some powder which cannot react with the effects on the skin. Okay, this is called as occupational hazards. Okay children, this is all about the today's class. Hope you understood the concept. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.